African Safari Wildlife Park is a wild experience with over 800 exotic animals. Our drive-through safari features giraffes, zebras, deer, elk, alpacas, and even white bison, all of which you can feed right from your vehicle. Walk on the wild side with a Zoo-It-All pass and feed kangaroos, porcupines, tortoises, and rabbits. Step into our aviary adventure and hand-feed budgies for a memorable experience. Check out our live educational shows or ride a camel. Create memories that will last a lifetime at the Ohio Safari Park, African Safari Wildlife Park in Port Clinton.
Well, happy morning to you, and I think this is Thursday, and happy morning to you, and Thursday means that guess what? Our good friend Pete Wilson is in the house. Welcome. And of course, Pete's Morning News Update is brought to you by Nia Henry, agent for Appalachia Realty, and if you're looking to buy or sell, give Nia a call, 740-418-4135, and she'll be out working hard for you, as Pete is always out working hard for the news. Is that correct?
There's a lot going on.
How's that?
There's always a lot going on, and we try to put a lasso around most of it. We don't always get it, but we try. All right? We'll say that.
You do a fantastic job.
Well, we got a little stack here to go through, so let's get at it. First of all, we haven't heard a whole lot about COVID-19 lately, and that's usually good when we can say that. But the latest reports from the Jackson County Health Department and the Vinton County Health Department looking at our two counties, good news. Continue to be good news. The latest weekly report from the Jackson County Health Department, this came out earlier this week, 12 new cases in a 7-day period. And that period is May 24th through May the 30th. And that follows up a report the previous week, the 17th through the 23rd, of 7 cases in 7 days. Now, that is more cases, but still the numbers are very low, less than 2 cases per day.
Yeah.
And that continues a very positive trend. There are only 2 people in the hospital right now because of COVID-19, unfortunately, but only 2. And there are no related deaths from COVID-19 in Jackson County for several weeks now, and the total stands at 67. The number of total cases in Jackson County, counting just the confirmed cases, though, now up to 2,963. And, that's always kind of a numbing statistic when you see that. 3,000 out of 30,000 plus
that's
in Jackson
10%.
County. Yeah, that is. And
that's
so
scary.
Yeah, so it has been far-reaching, and it's not gone yet, but man, it is going in the right direction now for sure. I think we can say that. In Vinton County, the virus has all but disappeared. I don't want to jinx it by saying that, but that's what the statistics say. Here's the latest report from Vinton County, and it was put up yesterday, I think. 762 confirmed cases. There has not been a new case in Vinton County for 8 days now.
Wow.
8 days. There are no active cases in Vinton County. There's 7 in Jackson County. I didn't say that. There is nobody hospitalized in Vinton County. There's been a total of 20 confirmed deaths, and there has not been a death for at least several weeks in Vinton County. So the news very good from both Jackson County and Vinton County as far as COVID-19. And remember, we're coming off a period where the restrictions have been loosened. They were loosened by the CDC the last week of May, and then, of course, just prior to that, Governor DeWine had loosened restrictions effective June the 2nd, and of course that was just this past Wednesday.
Can I say something about Pete? I would like to just kind of remind people that when you still go into businesses, when you still go into people's homes, when you go around other folks, please honor their wishes. Because they're doing what they're doing for a reason, or they're asking you to wear a mask or not move a table or not gather still in a location. They're doing that for a reason, not because they're just being butts about it. So, just please be respectful and kind of each other, and just understand that this thing hasn't gone completely away. There are some people that aren't vaccinated, and that may be by their own personal decision, or they just haven't gotten around to it or whatever, and they don't feel comfortable. So just don't mask shame, don't judge. That's my preach, not yours, but I just hope that people will be kind to each other.
Well, private businesses, of course, have the discretion and, of course, the authority and the right to put any of the health restriction rules still in place. And here's the nub of it right here. The bottom line is that the governor has said that if you're fully vaccinated, you don't need to wear a mask. However, if you're not fully vaccinated, you're on the honor system, you're supposed to wear a mask.
Sure.
Ergo, if you're a business and you're trying to be very careful, how do you distinguish between the two?
I don't know. I mean, I don't feel like I can go around and single people out and say, did you go get your vaccine?
Well, so some of the businesses, to be safe, will maybe want to continue with the mask wearing a little bit. And you got to realize that when you go in to businesses, even public places, courthouses and like that, the rules may be a little different. And you may go in someplace and there are no restrictions, and you go in the place next door on Main Street and they want you to wear a mask, or they expect you to wear a mask.
Yes.
So you've got to remember that.
Be nice, like our shirt says, right?
Right. That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Okay. Jennifer, I hate to tell you this, but the last $1 million winner was about 6 hours away in Toledo.
Oh, I saw that.
This was the second of 5 weeks, but Jonathan Carlisle of Toledo in Lucas County is a happy camper. $1 million he won. And Zoe Vincent of Mayfield in Cuyahoga County, and that's way up on the other end of the state, doggone it. She is the one who won the 4-year scholarship to any Ohio school. And
I feel like that's so exciting for the kids even. You know, that's a neat thing.
Right. And 3,225,789 Ohio adults ages 18 and over have entered that vaccination lottery, I guess you could call it.
Wow.
And 132,903 Ohioans in the ages 14 to 17 bracket have entered for the scholarship.
That is cool.
And remember, if you haven't done it yet, you still can. Mm-hmm. 2 things. If you haven't entered, you still can. You have to do it by Sunday to be eligible for, by the end of Sunday, to be eligible for the next Wednesday. Yeah. And if you have already enrolled, you don't have to do it every week. You're in there. It makes you feel good to do it again, do it, but they have an electronic way of filtering that out. So that's not going to help you to enter, hit that repeat button all those times. That's not going to help you at all.
Right.
Although some people have probably done that.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, go for it.
There is now 5.3 million Ohioans who have at least started the vaccination process. And in a state with 11 million roughly people, that's getting close to 50% now. So that is good. Mm-hmm. And we know locally that the vaccination lottery or derby or whatever you want to call it, the prize money, the scholarship, has resulted in some more people getting the vaccination, particularly young people. All right, so we move on, and all the graduations now have taken place, yes. Jennifer. Jackson and Wellston had their graduation ceremonies last Friday night, and in the Telegram, we are celebrating those graduates, 168, I believe, at Jackson, 86 in Wellston,
yep.
With the big spreads in our Saturday paper. We've already done that for Oak Hill High School in Vinton County, but we urge you, especially if you have a graduating senior, we want you to see our coverage, expansive stories, lots of pictures, 2-page spreads in Saturday's paper on both the Wellston High School and the Jackson High School graduations. These are, as you see up on the screen, these are the Jackson High School valedictorians. They're a happy group, 6 girls and 5 boys. I'm going to give you their names because they deserve to be mentioned. In the front row from the left, Macy Burnside, Jaden Webb, Madison Atkins, Emma Bapps, Madison Strasser, and Taylor Evans. In the back row, that's the boys, Mason Perrell, Ty Browerman, twins, Isaac Kuhn and Boston Kuhn, and then Owen White. And they are some fantastic kids. I stood in the rain with an umbrella and listened to their speeches, and they all had some great advice. And that's how we kind of structured the story this year. Everybody approaches their speech maybe a little bit differently, but each one of them had some advice to their classmates, and really for the adults too. And we have a truncated version of the advice that they gave to the public in their speeches.
Hey, and a shout out because 2 of our valedictorians are hosts at Archinetti's.
Okay, well, you know that
we've got the cream of the crop, don't we?
Okay, well, very good.
Yes.
And then at Wellston High School, the best of the class were Cordell Rubio and Kendra McManus. And this is a shot that Phil Buffington took, the ceremonial symbolic hat toss. And you can see that the seniors at Wellston were well coordinated. You got a bunch of hats going up in the air. That will be just one of the photos that we'll have in our big coverage on Saturday. And we appreciate all of our sponsors. We had quite a few sponsors to help make this possible, to make our graduation coverage maybe even bigger than it would have been anyway. And it's all going to be in living color, all the photos in color.
Exciting.
So yes, it is. All right, moving on the news, Jake Callahan, a Jackson High School graduate, young man in his 20s.
Yes.
He was on national television. I'm sure they must have had a shot of the pit crew. He was on the pit crew of the winning team at the Indianapolis 500.
So cool.
Right, the winning driver was Helio Castroneves. And I'm not sure where Jake is in that picture, but he is in that picture because he is the pit crew. And not only did Helio win the race, it was the fastest time in Indianapolis 500 history. Woo! And you know how many years they've been doing that? 110 years.
Holy moly.
So that's a story that we're going to have in our Saturday paper. I know that hit social media. A lot of people were interested in that. If you're a racing fan, it's really a big news. But guess what? Jake is going to be here tomorrow.
I mean, we're so fancy.
That's right. He is going to be here tomorrow to talk about his experience.
That is so
He's
fun.
always been interested in racing. It was his dream to be on the pit crew, to be part of an Indianapolis 500 winning team. And now he can say that he has done it.
That is some pretty cool stuff.
Right. And he admitted in an interview with our own Trevor Bailey downstairs, he's a man now, but it brought him to tears. That's how much that it meant to him. And of course, the Callahan, a well-known family in Jackson. His dad, Jim, retired Jackson police officer. His mom, Tina, a teacher now at Wellston High School. So congratulations to all of them.
Yeah, that's really neat. I can't wait to talk with them.
Okay, well, on the governmental front, Oak Hill Village Council has a new councilman. His name is Jeremy Van Dyne.
Okay.
And there is Jeremy Van Dyne sitting there at the last council meeting where he was appointed by Oak Hill Council. He is replacing David A. Ward, who recently resigned for health reasons. And Mr. Van Dyne is really fired up about taking the job. He is a Chillicothe native. He used to live in Athens. He was an Athens County 911 coordinator in Oak Hill. He is the associate pastor of the Liberty Baptist Church. He has kids in school. One of his kids just graduated, by the way, from Oak Hill High School. We'll have a story in our next paper about Jeremy Van Dyne. All right, moving on to the city of Jackson. Jackson now has a police chaplain for the police department. Some police departments and fire departments have chaplains because it's dangerous work. Now there is one for the Jackson Police Department.
Really?
This is something that Jackson Police Chief Alan Potter wanted to happen. He worked with the city administration, and at the last council meeting, Mayor Randy Evans, if you're watching on television, there's Mayor Randy on the right, congratulating the new chaplain and a familiar face in Jackson. That is Pastor Terry Kavanaugh. Terry Kavanaugh was the minister for some time at the Calvary Methodist Church. I believe he's ministered at other churches, still lives in Jackson. For a while there, I think he pastored out of town, and now he's back in Jackson, retired. He was one of the organizers of the Jackson Day of Prayer event that was held recently.
Yes.
And so Terry Kavanaugh, that is a volunteer position, no pay or anything. So Terry doing a community service there
cool.
For the police department. Exciting news from the Lillian Jones Museum right here in town. Okay. Megan Malone has come out with this announcement. We had a big story in our Wednesday paper that she submitted. There's a new exhibit that's going to open next Monday, and that is the Lillian Jones Museum. If you haven't been there, I'm sure you're familiar with that big house there that sits at the corner of Broadway and Broad Streets in Jackson. Used to be the home, of course, of Lillian Jones,
yes,
a very prominent Jackson resident who was the daughter of the prominent Edwin Jones, who built the original Cambrian Hotel. Don't want to go too deep into history, but you want to visit the museum anytime because they have rotating exhibits there, some permanent exhibits. But their big news is they're going to have an outdoor exhibit called Dig It, The Secrets of Soil, and it comes all the way from the National Museum of Natural History, and it's all about the importance of soils.
Oh, cool.
It got color panels to show this. It is outside. They suggest that you approach from the rear entrance of the museum to see it, but it's outside, and you can go see it anytime once it opens on Monday, June the 7th.
Okay.
It will be open all the way through September 30th, but this is something that you will want to see. The regular museum inside will be open the normal hours on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But you want to stop by and see this, and it opens this Monday at the Lillian Jones Museum.
Cool.
It's called Dig It, The Secrets of Soil from the National Museum of History in Washington, D.C., the Smithsonian. How about that?
We're fancy.
All right. Well, yesterday we heard from Olivia Kennedy, and we heard, of course, from Elijah Williams. We certainly thank them for taking time to. Yeah, there they are. They're on TV. Don't they look like great kids?
They are.
We know they're great tracksters. And anyway, their time in the spotlight will come in the state track meet this weekend. Olivia will be running in the prelims of the 400-meter dash at 4:15 p.m. on Friday. Elijah will be running earlier in the day. The field events, which of course the long jump is part of those, will be at 10 a.m. that day. This is at Pickerton North High School. That is in Fairfield County, and that is near Columbus. That is where the state track meet is being held this year. Our man, Todd Compston, our sports editor, will be up at the state track meet to cover the events on Friday. And so we hope to maybe have something in our Saturday paper, and certainly if not in the print edition, but online, about how our two athletes do.
Good.
But congratulations to Olivia Kennedy and Elijah Williams.
Yes,
and we wish them the very, very best.
Yes.
Okay, we've had Kim Harless up here with that apple butter that they make, and they have made some more, Jennifer. They have it available now at the Jackson Vinton Farm Bureau.
Whoop, whoop.
The last time they had it last year, it didn't last very long.
No.
But they made some extra, and they've got it as of right now. Yesterday I checked, it was still there.
Okay.
So I can't vouch for that.
It won't be for long.
Right. Well, it is open at 231 Broadway Street. That is just across the street from where the old Chamber of Commerce be, not too far from the Main Street intersection there. And it's their office is open 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. It closes for lunch from 12 to 12:30, but otherwise during those hours it's there. Jars are available. They were available starting Wednesday, and they will be there until they sell out. It's $6 a pint. There is a limit of 2 pints per customer, so they can serve as many people as possible. It serves two purposes. First of all, yummy apple butter, but maybe more importantly, money for the scholarship fund of the Jackson Vinton Farm Bureau. And we recently had in the paper a bunch of kids, not sure how many, but multiple kids who received those scholarships. So apple butter, go buy some.
That's right.
All right, what else this weekend? Actually, not this weekend, but tonight there will be a new exhibit opening at the Marquet Cultural Arts Center, and it's a downtown merchant that a lot of us know, Jules Stewart.
Yay, Jules!
Will be doing an exhibit. She calls it Distractions, an Immersive Love Story. I really don't know a whole lot about it, but knowing Jules, it will be special.
Oh, it will be awesome.
They always do an opening night reception to open these exhibits, Jennifer. It's usually at 7 o'clock on a Thursday, the first Thursday of the month. Well, this time it's at 8:30 because she needs darkness to have full effect of her exhibit. Now, it's indoors, but she doesn't want any daylight streaming in.
Gotcha.
So that's why it's at 8:30. So, if I've intrigued you a little bit, 8:30 tonight, you can not only see the exhibit, but you can also meet Jules and probably hear from her.
She's awesome.
You
have to get in there and meet her.
Right. And the Marquet is open normally. I haven't double checked this, but it's Wednesday through Friday, normally in the afternoon hours. So also, once again, tonight, it's open to the public at 8:30. They usually have some light refreshments there as well, and so you might not want to miss that. It should be very exciting, and then it will be on exhibit, I guess, through, I'm told, through the end of July, through July the 30th. Cool. So it will be there for quite a while. Also this weekend, what else is going on? The Oak Hill Area Chamber of Commerce is having its Chamber Yard Sale and Amish Business Showcase. It's kind of two events in one. It's going to be there at Etna Park, right where the Festival of Flags was.
Oh, very good.
it's basically a kind of come and do a joint yard sale, congregate yard sale type thing. So, instead of, running around town on the first Saturday of the month to see where the yard sales are, you can go all to one place.
That's a good idea.
And so it's going to be at Etna Park. You can buy a spot for only $10 per space. As far as I know, you can still get there. It opens at 7 a.m. and it will be open until 2 p.m. It will be open 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday. You can get there and stake your place out at 7 a.m. There'll be free hot dogs, chips, and drinks provided to the public, so you can also even get fed and do your yard sale shopping.
So I got to interrupt you, Pete.
Yes.
Give a shout out. Richard Hamilton, my father, will be there grilling the hot dogs.
Okay, all right.
James's dad is the weenie roaster.
Okay, is there anything better on a Saturday afternoon in the summer than a barbecued hot dog?
No, I don't even eat hot dogs, but that sounds good.
It's not the healthiest thing in the world, but man, do they taste good.
They do.
Right, and so Richard, I'm sure he knows how to do them.
This is one of the things he looks forward to
James
all
said
year.
He is super psyched about this. Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, he will be a popular guy tomorrow.
Will be.
That is 8 a.m. till 2 p.m. on Saturday.
Yes.
There at the Etna Park. In conjunction with that, there'll be the Amish Business Showcase.
Okay, what is that?
Well, a lot of folks know that there is a strong Amish community in Jackson County. There's a lot of Amish between Jackson and Oak Hill, some Amish out in Scioto Township. And we not only have an Amish community, but we have Amish businesses. But they're all spread out, usually where the Amish residents live.
Yes.
Well, this is a chance for both the Amish and their potential customers to come to one place. It's the same concept of the Congregate Yard Sale. It's Congregate Amish Business Showcase. It's kind of like the showcase that they've had in Jackson that the Chamber of Commerce has had up at the high school in past years. Well, this is an outdoor one. And Amish businesses will have the chance to show what they have. They'll have their products there. They'll be advertising their services, etc. And all this is the same place where they're having the yard sale. 2 events in one. Good idea. That will, once again, operate the same hours as the yard sale, 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. Attendees will be given the opportunity to learn about the Amish community's business and the products that they offer. The public is invited to attend. You don't need a ticket. It's all free, and the hot dogs are free, too.
And you can get hot dogs.
Exactly. Up in MacArthur and in Benton County, they're doing a countywide yard sale. And they have done this for a number of years. It's very popular. They even have printed a guide. If you're participating, you're a shopper, you can pick up a guide at the Chamber of Commerce office, and you see a map where all the yard sale places are. In this case, the yard sales are in all different places, but they give you a map and show you where they're at, and you can travel around and go to the ones you want. And obviously, when they advertise like that, there's probably going to be more yard sales than there would have been on their own.
Right.
So a lot of yard sale opportunities in our local area, and it's the Benton County Chamber of Commerce that has coordinated all this in Benton County. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday, I want to give a shout out to the Limerick Grange. They're going to do their Strawberry Festival. Strawberry shortcake. Is there anything better than that in June?
No.
The strawberries are at their height about right now.
Yes.
And their Strawberry Festival, it's basically a meal that you can get, a complete meal and dessert for only $8. Chicken and noodles, mashed potatoes, green beans, coleslaw, roll, drink, and strawberry shortcake. There is also a carry-out option if you don't want to stay and eat, but they have picnic tables there. That's at the Limerick Grange. It's out on Savageville Road. You head towards Chillicothe and take a left when you get about 8 or 10 miles out. Very picturesque out there.
Spent a lot of time as a little girl out there with my grandmother and Uncle Lewis.
All right, right. When you were the horse queen, right?
No, before I was the horse queen.
Okay. All right.
My experiences there may have led to my reign as horse queen. Just to let you know.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Okay. Well,
I remember playing pickup sticks there.
Right. I know that you kind of put yourself down for being horse queen, but I think it's impressive.
Thanks, Pete.
All right. Not every girl can be horse queen. All right. The Jackson County Dog Pound is going to have a yard sale, and it's right here in town. Speaking of yard sales.
Yes.
And anytime that you can support the Dog Pound and the operation that Deb Fout does, it is a good thing to do. Not to mention the wild, varied things, cheap things you can get at a yard sale. And so a lot of people support this by donating items. But it's going to be at the Christ United Methodist Church's Family Life Center on Portsmouth Street. It'll be 8:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Saturday, June the 5th, at 8:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. You can even pick up jewelry for your dog by purchasing your 2001 dog tags there. All proceeds will benefit the Jackson County Dog Pound. So if you're a yard sale junkie, look at all that you can do on Saturday.
You can just tear up this area on Saturday.
Exactly. And then the strawberry shortcake the next week. All right. So after all those enticements and treats, we've got Jeff here from Callahan Hardware.
So thank you, Pete.
All right. Well, very good.
All right.
I don't think he has strawberry shortcake, but I bet you he's got some other stuff.
Did you bring food? No. Oh.
Sorry.
Well, we used to like him. Thanks, Pete. Of course, Pete's Morning News Update brought to you by Nia Henry, agent for Appalachia Realty. If you're looking to buy or sell, give Nia a call, 740-418-4135, and she'll be out working hard for you. All right, let's head on over to your Total Media Radio forecast. Now, here's the deal. There's something very, very new that is being offered, and that is the fact that you can ask your Alexa device to open one of our local radio stations. So you can say, I wonder how many are going to do this.
Yeah, maybe don't say her name when you read these.
You can say, what's your name? Open Mix 96.7. You can say open 90.
Open Mix 96 FM.
My Mix 96 FM. You can say open 97.7 The Bull, or open Pure Rock 98.7, or open Fox Sports 105.3. And you can actually listen to our local radio stations right here on your Alexa device. So that is pretty neat. All right, rain in the forecast today. And that is okay because the gardens are kind of needing it. And we got the rain out of the way today because then the rest of the weekend is going to look fantastic. So they are calling for mostly cloudy skies today, a 100% chance of rain, which they never say, and highs around 72 degrees. For tonight, partly cloudy with thunderstorms likely, lows around 59. And Friday, partly cloudy with highs around 82. Looking on to the weekend, it looks like some sunshine in the forecast and much warmer temperatures with highs in the upper 80s to low 90s and low 90s through the beginning and mid work week next week. So summer is upon us, I think. All right, well, our good friend Jeff Davis is here from Callahan Hardware.
I was beginning to wonder. I was kind of cut off there a little bit. James is getting real tricky here now.
Well, did you think you weren't going to be on?
I didn't know what he was doing. I'm glad to be here at the big desk with you.
I know. We get to be together again. And
it's super.
You've got your beautiful blue shirt on.
Spring.
It's so pretty. And, that would be a pretty front door color.
My door is this color, no joke.
Is it?
Honestly.
Yeah, that would be a good front door color.
It truly is, yeah.
So my neighbor, they don't know this yet, but they built like a little pool shed beside their brand new pool that they built, and I think it needs a yellow door. So you're going to go. I drive by it every morning, and I think it needs a yellow door, and I'm going to call them and tell them that.
Oh, I was going to say, are you going to tell them before you do it, or just do it?
I mean, I could just do it.
That would be.
But
cool.
It needs to be like that color. Yellow.
Honestly, mine's this color and it looks real good.
That's awesome. And front doors are like a thing. And I don't know if you brought stuff to talk about paint today, but
nope.
Big plug about the
nope.
Well,
but go ahead and talk about it since you're talking about it.
Big plug for
I just spent all morning writing this up, and then I get here and Jennifer says, let's talk paint.
Hey, let's talk paint. But no, you have a huge paint department at Callahan
Benjamin
Hardware.
Moore, which we just recently got back in the fall.
Benjamin Moore. And the cool thing about it is you have some really neat pamphlets and idea guides. And, I'm a visual person. So, if you look, I'm sure that there's a million people out there that when I said that would be a pretty front door, they went, oh! But if you see it, you're going to love it. It's going to look really cool. And people are really doing pops of color with their front doors right now.
Yes, it's the thing, yes.
And door knockers. That's a whole other
yep.
story. But anyway, I digress. But Benjamin Moore paint, very, very good.
Very good. Come and check that out. We can mix any color you want. We've got a brochure that has specific door colors But we can do any color you want to do. If you like my shirt, we can scan it and print it. And
yes, the color match.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you have something that you just, got scratched up and you need to match up the color, like a cabinet door or something, no problem. Yep.
Can we get on with my script now? Is it all right, Jennifer? Is it all right?
I didn't mean to hijack your show, Jeff. Go ahead.
James, I think next time I come, James, I want it back over there.
He doesn't like sitting beside me.
Keep some distance between her.
I get too excited when you come in to talk about all the fun stuff at Callahan.
It's fun to be back over here with you.
Yeah.
Let's talk. We've talked pea graham done before in the past.
Yes.
And we talk about, feel how heavy that is.
Oh my gosh. This is awesome.
Listen, half price. Everyone loves half price stuff.
What?
Half price. We've got two smaller bamboo type deals with the little silicone ring there, different colors.
Nice.
Half price.
What?
This is something we've not had before. A little recipe box.
So smart. Who doesn't have a
monitor,
recipe?
James. You've got me confused. There we go. Isn't that cool? We can engrave that to whatever you want. All these items are half price. So it's rare that we do a pea graham done half price, but we got these on a show special back a couple weeks ago. We went up to their factory.
Look how thick that is.
That's nice.
That's over an inch thick.
That cutting board normally sells for $48, and it's on sale for $24.
What?
We can do it any way you want, any design. You can see that one's got a pig on it. Whatever you want.
So here's the deal. We've talked about this before, Jeff.
I know.
What do we do with these pretty cutting boards? We use this side as the display side and or your meat and cheese tray or grapes or something like that if you're having people over.
What about if you want to cut something?
We use this side as the cutting side, and then no one sees all the scuffed up marks.
So then you can use the front side for display.
Yeah, pretty side, cutting side.
Yep.
And you can oil it with some mineral oil, and it'll be good as new.
It'll last you forever.
Yep.
So this one's on sale for $24, which is half off the original.
That's awesome.
The smaller bamboo ones are on sale for $14.99, which is, again, half off. They're normally $30.
That's really good.
Think about weddings coming up this summer. What's June? June, the wedding month?
Wedding showers, weddings, actual weddings.
So we got a recipe box. It's half price. It is $18.99, which is normally $38.
And you can engrave the front of it right
Engrave
here.
the front of it. So, some good wedding stuff. Thinking about wedding, birthdays, future Christmas gifts. And we've got a pretty good supply of all of them, but these are a one-time deal. When they're gone, they're gone. So if you've got an event or some sort of occasion coming up, it might be good to get in and get one.
This is awesome. And you can decorate them however you want.
Mm-hmm. Pick whatever you want. We'll put it on there for you and do it right.
Cool. I love this. Such a good idea.
Have you ever been up to Amish country? Like I'm talking Holmes County?
No.
That's where they're located, Pea Graham Done. Beautiful area. If you ever get one a weekend, it's not far, hour and a half on north of Columbus.
Okay.
Run on up there. It is a neat area.
Okay.
Very neat, very neat. A lot of the little shops and things to do, but Pea Graham Done's one of them, and we went up there for a show, and that's some of the specials we ended up with.
That's great. That's a deal.
Real deal.
Yeah.
You see my notes. What's coming up in a week and 3 or 4 days? On the 14th of June.
Flag Day.
Very good. Flag Day.
Only because I cheated. I did not know that.
Really, you didn't?
No, I had no
It's
idea.
one of those holidays that just kind of quietly comes and goes. And
Yeah.
it's not the 4th of July. It's not Memorial Day. It's just Flag Day.
Just Flag Day.
Just Flag Day.
Okay.
But what we're going to do is, usually I come in here with a bunch of riddles and try to stump you, Jennifer, and usually.
You do.
And give away prizes. But we're going to do a little history today.
Oh, God.
A little history lesson.
I'm going to fail this miserably.
Well,
can we bring the riddles back? I'm way better at those.
We're going to talk.
Okay.
You can.
Oh, he's letting me cheat.
I'm going to, Flag Day.
Okay.
When was it established there? It was established in June 14th.
June 14th by resolution of the Second Continental Congress, June 14th, 1777.
1777.
Wow. That was a few years ago.
They adopted a design How many original stars were on that flag? The original flag?
Wasn't it 13?
13, very good. 13 stars, 13,
yes.
13 stripes.
Yeah. For
the and
13
so the stars
colonies.
have obviously changed because now there's more than 13. So what's stars representing?
The states.
The states. Up until, my glasses. There was 48 states, right? Up until about 1960. We had 48 stars on our flag.
Okay.
And then what 2 states came in last?
It's Alaska and Hawaii.
Alaska and Hawaii. And in 1960, we had to go to a 50 star.
Sure.
Sure. Did you know that the 50 star U.S. flag was designed somewhat local by a high school student?
No. Really?
History lesson. History lesson. In 1958, a gentleman, high school student by the name of Robert Heft, H-E-F-T, in Lancaster, Ohio.
No way.
So he has his history teacher says, we want you to do a show and tell. He realizes that the flag only has 48 stars, that Alaska and Hawaii are talking about coming in. He designs for his show and tell a 50-star flag. He gives it to his history teacher, and the history teacher thinks it's not very good. It wasn't much effort put into it, and gives him a B-. But the history teacher gives him a reprieve of sorts. He says, if you can get the U.S. Congress or the president to approve your new design, I'll give you an A.
Nuh-uh.
This is a true story. Lancaster, Ohio. Robert Heft, after 2 years of calling the president and members of Congress, they realized then that Alaska and Hawaii came in and they needed a 50-star flag. Yeah. Who calls up Robert Heft? President Dwight Eisenhower, and says, come to the White House, your design that you submitted has been approved.
Wow.
A high school student, I think he was 17, a high school student in Lancaster, Ohio.
That's cool. And
so next time you see a U.S. flag and you think 50 stars, and that was adopted in 1960.
That is so cool.
And it's been the longest running flag, without any changes since 1960.
Because they were adding states all the time.
It's the 27th design.
Okay.
So Flag Day, think about some of these things. 27th design of the U.S. flag, and it's been the longest running design since 1960, with Robert Heft, H-E-F-T.
I wonder if Robert Heft is still living.
He is not. He passed away. He died at age 66, 2000 or something, I think, earlier 2000s. I did a lot of research on this. It's neat. We talked about 1777.
Yes.
Wasn't really a Flag Day established until President Woodrow Wilson. You've heard of him.
Yep.
Not a real popular president. In 1916, he decides that we need a day for the flag. And he goes back to June 14th because that's when the flag was adopted in the year 1777.
That makes sense.
Woodrow Wilson. Not a very popular president, not one that we all hear about, but one of the things he did.
Flag Day.
What else we got there? We got all kind of fun facts.
Oh, yeah.
How many flags are on the moon right now? Right now, did you ever think about that? How many U.S. flags are on the moon? You're looking at me like you don't even think we've been to the moon. Yes, Jennifer.
I mean, it depends on
Jennifer
who you're
says
talking
0.
to.
The moon landing was staged.
It was staged in Hollywood.
I can see it.
No, I would say 2.
There's 6.
6
U.S. flags on the moon.
How did there get to be 6?
Different Apollo missions.
Oh.
5 of those 6 are still standing. One of them fell over as the Apollo was taking off, and the exhaust and so forth knocked it over.
Bummer.
6 are still. How many there? 6.
6 U.S.
Hey,
flags
listen
on
up,
the
folks,
moon.
because guess where our trivia questions are going to come from?
Flag trivia?
Flag trivia.
All right.
All right. You know what's coming up here after? Is it? Well, I should have looked at the calendar. I think it's before Flag Day, Father's Day. It might be.
I don't know.
Google that, James.
He's looking.
Flag Day is June 14th, which is a Monday. It might be the 13th, which is the Sunday before. I should have looked at that. I'm not prepared.
Oh, for the love of God, don't forget it.
Don't forget it. That's exactly right.
Father's Day is June 20th.
20th, so
Sunday.
it's the Sunday after Flag Day.
Day.
So we got Flag Day, then Father's Day. So if you're thinking about Father's Day gifts, of course, we've got a bunch of tools and that kind of stuff. But a Stanley, that's a good
one.
That's a good metal one. Stanley,
Doesn't get kinked.
25 foot. Normally sells for $14.50. We have them for $9.99. We've got a pile of them, so come in and get them.
So here's the deal. Buy like 3 of them because they always disappear.
What? I was just going to say, what father can use a new tape measure? I mean, no matter how many he has.
And a hammer.
And a hammer.
Because they always disappear.
It's kind of a running joke at my house because if I get ready to do a project, I'll ask the wife, like she knows where it's at because she's never, has handled it or fooled with it. Where's my tape measure? Now, why do I ask her that? I don't know because she's
Who's the last one to touch it?
Who's the last one to, But we have a joke because I must have 24 tape measures at my house because they're just everywhere except for where I want it.
Except for where you know where it is.
Correct. It's one of those things that $9.99. It's a good Father's Day gift.
Yes,
and
this is great.
This is even better. That's great. This is super great.
Yeah.
Socket set, 20-piece set.
Everybody needs that.
Sure, why not? I've lost my price sheet here and all this ruffled papers. You have got me rattled down. I'll back on that table over there next time, James. Here we go.
I'm starting to get a complex.
$31.50 is
Okay.
the normal price. $31.50. They're on sale for less than half price.
What?
$14.97. That's a super little deal. It's a little kit there. It's got little. They all pop on there.
That's an amazing deal.
So if you're thinking of something for Dad, and you got a budget, you got a.
Are some of them like metric and some
Yes,
of them
metric and standard.
Are you impressed that I even know that?
Actually, yes. I'm glad you did. Color coded.
Hey, I've been known to use a socket set or two in my lifetime.
They're handy.
Yeah, they are very.
So for $25, you can get 2 nice gifts for Dad. And
You're set.
And Dad, I think you spent a fortune.
And they're not even hard to wrap. They're small. Throw them in a bag.
Check that out. Check those out.
Very good.
Flag Day. What else we got there, Jennifer, on Flag Day?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You got the
Flag Day is not an official federal holiday.
It's not an official federal holiday.
That's weird.
Well, that's why the banks and so forth are not closed on that day.
Flag Day.
How many stripes do we say there in a flag?
13. Right?
Yes. What's the red stand for? The color red.
Blood?
That'd be a thought. Each one of the colors of the flag represent.
Oh.
Red represents.
Stands for hardiness and valor.
Okay.
The white stands for.
Which we would probably know what the white was.
Yeah, purity and innocence.
If you think about white. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's the blue?
Right here. And.
Go ahead. I'm not laughing. I'm laughing. Go ahead.
The blue represents vigilance, perseverance, and justice.
So we've learned something today, hopefully.
Very much so.
Hopefully. Let's give something away. Are we doing Facebook? Or are we doing? What do we figure out on that?
I don't know. What do we want to do?
Facebook. Is that what we don't have the phones, do we, James? And we kind of think Facebook.
Yeah, when you ask people to call and the phone line isn't working anymore, there's an issue.
We realized after I was here the last time that perhaps the phone lines are not working. And so when we're begging you to call, and you probably are,
the fax machine is working. So if you want to send us a fax,
send us a fax.
Right.
Yes.
Oh boy.
After the show last time, James was like, I think the phone lines are not working.
It used to ring up here all the time, and I noticed that it hadn't been ringing as much recently, but I hadn't thought about it.
Oops. Okay.
Currently, here's our first Facebook question. First person is going to win either their choice of a recipe box or one of the cutting boards. Your choice, whatever you want there. One of those things.
Can I win?
And we'll engrave it for you however you want. No. Start with the one that we've just talked about a while ago. How many U.S. flags are currently on the moon?
Okay. That doesn't mean standing on the moon.
No, currently on the moon. We said that one of those fell over, but there are currently how many flags on the moon?
I have a question for you, and I don't mean this to be stupid, but isn't there like no gravity there, so why are they not floating around?
Because they put them in the ground.
Well, the one you said fell over.
Well, they obviously didn't stick it in there enough.
But why is it not floating around?
That's a good question. Well, maybe it's still partially in the ground.
Oh,
I don't know. I've never been there.
Why do you not know that? What's wrong with you?
Google that, will you, James?
Okay, so we've got 3 people gave us the right answer. Do you want to try to do a tiebreaker between those 3, or what do you want to do?
Yes. Those 3. So the answer is 6.
The answer is 6.
Those 6 flags were put there on what missions? Space missions.
All right.
It was a series.
There was a series of missions.
In
which those 6 flags were. We mentioned that a while ago. First person that can tell us that.
You just said it, so.
I just said it.
Yeah.
And it starts with a A.
All right. Lisa Taylor Leach, Apollo.
All right.
Okay,
good job, Lisa.
Those 6 flags were placed there from the Apollo missions.
What's Lisa win?
That. Cutting board or recipe box, whichever she wants.
Awesome.
Pay attention, Jen. Please.
Sorry, keep up. Keep up, Jen.
Keep up.
Keep up.
Hey, listen. We talked before in the past about cordless mowers.
What on earth is going on
And I'm
there?
hoping we can show this. You see, I just folded it up.
Yeah. Now I know what it is.
You do?
Yeah.
I think I want this thing.
I'm not giving this away. But it's cool.
This is not free today.
This is cordless string trimmer, Dewalt. What's nice about it is it takes the same battery as your Dewalt drill or any of your tools that you've got. So when you purchase this, you get a battery, but you've also got your other batteries from your other tools that will work this.
Right.
And this battery will work those tools as well. Plus, it comes with a charger. So if you've got other tools, you'll get another charger to use for your...
Okay.
So we got that. But I had this out in the store, and I'm going to fire it up. Don't be alarmed, I don't think. That thing is...
That's got some power to it.
It is powerful. I was totally impressed.
Moly.
Some of the cheaper, inexpensive ones are not that powerful. That is very good. And I'm going to leave it out at the store. Come in and check it out and get a feel for it. It is nice.
Now, how does it feel like when you're holding it? Is it super heavy?
No, it's not. There's no weight to it. The only weight it really is the battery on the end there.
Okay.
So it's not really heavy and going. But it folds up. You've seen that I unfolded it. It folds up for storage and stuff. It's a super deal. But let's go back. I've lost it again. I've got it on sale for $40 off. They're normally $200, and so they're on sale for $159.99.
I'm thinking that'd be a real good Father's Day
The
gift.
battery is right around $100. We sell them at the store for $89 or $99.
So you're getting...
So for $159, you get the whole outfit plus another charger. And if you're a DeWalt, a fan that has these tools and stuff, you've got extra batteries to so it's a neat system.
Basically, instead of buying a replacement battery, you're getting this for $50 extra.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a super system. Come in and check it out. I thought we were running out of time. You're going to have to work on your clock, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Look at that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Check this out. This is neat. I mean, really.
No, that is really cool. And then you'll have it out in the store.
It's a neat system. I'll have it out in the store. Come and check it out.
Yeah.
Really.
Love that.
All right, let's get back to our prizes here.
Okay.
Second question. First person gets the answer. This U.S. president issued a proclamation in 1916 that established June 14th as Flag Day.
Yes.
We talked about this president, not one that we hear every day. He's the one that established in 1916 June 14th as Flag Day.
Yes.
Who's way we're going to win the flag?
You're not going to win this.
No.
But you can win the flag.
You can win that flag kit. That's what we're giving away this time. So, first person that tells us what U.S. president, 1916, this U.S. president. James is working hard over there.
Yes. Let us know. We just mentioned him. I'll give you a hint. It's a him.
Thank you. That does narrow it down. That does. Very good.
It's a boy.
That helps us a whole lot, really. Are we having any hits over there, James?
Well, we got an incorrect answer, but we haven't gotten the correct answer yet.
WW.
Think of a tree.
WW.
28th President of the United States, Kurt Woodrow Wilson.
All right.
Good job, Kurt.
Flag coming your way. Hey, on these prizes, come in and just see either me or one of the girls up front, and we've got your name, and they'll get you fixed up. If I'm not around, they'll fix you up.
Yep.
Let's do one more before I forget.
Okay.
We talked about the 50-star design.
We did.
From the high school student in Lancaster, Ohio.
Yes.
Remember that?
I do.
History, the show and tell contest. And his design was adopted in 1960. What was his name? This high school student. This is for the big prize, Jennifer. And this is actually one of your all's prizes, or total media prizes here.
Yes.
You know about this?
I'm about to. I'm fixing to. This
African Safari.
Yes.
6-person all-day pass for the African Safari.
A VIP pass.
VIP pass.
VIP.
6 people.
Yes.
Good until December 5th.
Yep.
So you can use it anytime.
The American Safari or African Safari Wildlife Park that we show the commercial of at the beginning of the year.
Only if you're really interested in this, take it. I mean, don't take it and leave it home. That's a nice price.
It's a super nice price.
It's up Port Clinton, Ohio, up towards Cedar Point in that area up in there. So if you're willing to go up there and spend the day, and call.
A lot of people go up, spend the weekend, and hit
That's
different
a serious
places.
nice prize.
It's a very nice
6
prize.
people. What was the name of the Lancaster High School student who designed the current 50-star flag in 1960? His name was, who's the winner?
Norman Gillen.
Norman?
Good job, Norm.
Robert Bob Heft.
Very
good deal. I will have that voucher there at the store, so come in and holler at me and we'll get you fixed up on that. That's a super prize. I'm glad to give that one away.
How much fun. We're like Santa Claus. Give away stuff.
What else we got? Hey, canning jars. Have we got a minute, James? Canning jars.
Got time.
Wake up over there, James. There it is. Hey, you remember last year? Last year at this time, you couldn't buy a canning jar for any amount of money. You just could not buy them, period. People were, the pandemic hit. People were bored. They were putting out gardens for the first time ever. The factories that make them were shutting down because of the COVID, the materials and so forth. And it just became one of those, you could not find them. And even this year, they're scarce to a degree. So what I'm getting at is if you're planning on canning something this summer, if you're planning on doing some sort of gardening and you're needing jars, we do have some right now. But I was telling you earlier, Jennifer, those pallets were completely full when they came in less than a week ago. And they're moving fast. So if you have a desire for canning jars, we've got them right now.
Do you have different sizes?
Right now, I think I got, I've got a few pints, but the majority of what I got is quarts.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Which I think that's what most people want anyways.
People do. But they're moving fast. We had a lady come in yesterday or the day before and bought 10 dozen.
Holy moly. She's serious.
So if you have a need for canning jars, come in. Window air conditioners, we've got some of those in stock. There are talk that they're kind of scarce again this year. So
they are, and we're getting. See, we haven't really needed them yet, but you saw my weather forecast this week.
We're going into the mid 80s here.
We're going into low 90s next week. So
good deal.
Yeah, you're going to need that.
You're going to need it, and I think we made it.
I'm here for you, buddy.
I'm glad. James, step ladder. Hey, look. This is one of my summer specials. I used to do it every summer, but for the past few years I haven't been able to get them. This year I was. 6 foot. That's just like a general household type ladder.
Like should be in every house.
Everybody needs one.
Yes.
They're normally $99. You can see my sign on there. They're $62.99, so they're $30 off. I've got one of those set out in the store. Come and feel it. Check it out. Climb on it.
Not a flimsy one.
Not a flimsy one. It's a nice fiberglass ladder. Thank you for helping me remember that.
Hey, I'm here for you, man. Well, no, and the fiberglass, we all used to have those metal ladders, and all they did was get bent up and whatever.
They never set even when you spread them out and get on them. They always want to twist.
The flimsy and whatever. So these new fiberglass ladders are the way to go.
Way to go.
So, did you know? I'm reading.
Like she says that like she knew it already.
Did you know, because I do, that the military folds the flag with 13 folds, each with symbolic meaning. I thought that was interesting. And did you know 95% of U.S. flags are made in the USA? That makes me feel good.
Yes.
That's a good thing.
It should be 100%.
It should be.
I remember a few years ago, one of my friend's dads could not find one that was made in the USA, and he was losing his mind.
Oh, I'll bet. That's crazy. What?
They should all be made in the
They
USA.
should.
If they say anything else on them, they shouldn't be. But
yeah,
that's another story.
Yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of things. Here's one for you that a lot of people don't know, because I guarantee you that you have something in your house that is against this rule. Did you know that there is nothing that should have the print of the American flag on it other than the American flag? So no clothing, no napkins, no plates, no nothing. And they are everywhere. But and I knew that one from a long time ago. That's T-shirts, bandanas, bikinis,
I'm
napkins.
a former Boy Scout back in the day, and a lot of this stuff I got from Boy Scouts. So yeah, but I thought about it. Let's do a little history on the flag today, since Flag Day is coming up here in a little over a week.
Yep. Oh, one more. If you like to study flags, do you know what you're called?
It's a big word that I couldn't pronounce.
I don't even know if I can pronounce it looking at it.
Anybody that watches The Big Bang Theory should know this.
Oh, really?
James on it.
Do you know what it is?
I forget, but Sheldon says it often. Because remember, he has his podcast or whatever is about flags.
Oh, I've never seen.
You've never watched The Big Bang Theory?
Oh.
No.
It's a vexillologist. I may have said that wrong.
That's exactly the way I was going to say it.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it must be right. Huh?
Well, we're going with that. Vexillologist.
I was going to use that as one of the trivia questions, but I couldn't come anywhere close to saying it, so I wasn't going.
We just don't want to, embarrass ourselves too much. So.
All right.
No,
those of you that won prizes today, come in and holler at me or see the girls up front. If I'm not around, we'll get you fixed up.
I have one question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Before you get out of here. That American flag kit that you brought here today, and we're giving one away.
Yes.
Do you have those for sale in the store?
They are $11.99.
We didn't mention that.
$11.99. We've got a bunch of them.
And they have the pole and everything.
And you know what it says right here?
Made in the USA.
Yep. Come in and check those out. We've got them. So if you don't have a flag and you want to display one here next Monday, we've come in and get you fixed up.
You got it.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you. We appreciate you. And it's always fun when you come in. We always have a good time.
I'm glad fun's
even if I hijack your show about paint.
That's all right. We done good.
We did.
Come check this out. I am impressed. If you're a power tool guy,
don't stick your finger in there.
I just unboxed it this morning. I'm like, that's serious. I mean, it's nice.
Yeah, that thing isn't messing around.
Mm-hmm. No mixing gas. None of that. Just go.
no.
And you know what?
It not
next
starting
spring,
because
next spring it's going to do what?
That.
You're not going to be fooling around trying to drain the old gas out of it and get aggravated because it never starts.
No. Has there ever been a weed eater that started the next year ever in the history of weed eaters?
No.
No.
Come check that
They're
out.
always messed up. So no mixing gas and oil.
We've got a lot of weeds around the store. Well, come check this out.
Oh yeah, we will let you.
Yeah, we'll let you demonstrate this around the building.
We will just let you go toward it. Yeah. All right. Well, anything else, Jeff?
I'm good, thank you.
All right, cool. Well, I guess we ought to get out of here for the day. It's been a lot of fun, and we appreciate our good friend Pete for coming up and talking about our local news. And then, of course, Jeff from Callahan Hardware coming in and talking about all great things.
We appreciate you having me up here.
Anytime.
It is unreal the number of people that come into the store and say, "Hi, Jeff," and I'm like, "Hi," and they'll say, "I saw you on television," and super. We appreciate it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If you do enjoy the show, or you enjoy Jeff coming in, or enjoy the fun that we have here, please let our sponsors know. And because if you don't, they don't know you're out there watching.
Let the city council know.
Also, yes, please call your city council people and
Now,
let them know.
have we got a minute?
Yeah.
What I hear rumors, not facts. What's going on with that? Because you mentioned it, and I was going to after the show, but short version. Since 1984. 1984.
Jackson has had a local origination channel, and it was run by my dad Lou, paid for by the cable company, way back when it was Cablevision,
right,
100,000 years ago, in '84.
Right.
Throughout the years, there have been numerous contracts with the cable company and my dad to run the channel for them. Fast forward to 2001, a new contract was done with the city of Jackson, which actually gave the city, because the cable company had to give the station to like a government entity.
Right.
So given to the city of Jackson, where Dad and I, worked out a deal with the city to run the channel for them.
Yeah.
Fast forward several years now, our current city council is thinking that we shouldn't be here anymore. So they don't want to renew our contract. And so that's where we're at right now. So as an advertiser, I'm wondering how you feel about that.
I don't know. I'm not so sure that I agree with it. So, I wouldn't see what the reasoning would be. But like I said, I don't have all the facts, but you would, just on the surface, what would be the reasoning?
You'll have to ask your city council people.
Yes.
So if you do, if you would like to keep this channel here, have fun with us here every morning, please call your local Jackson City Council people. And if you live outside the city, give them a ring anyway. Call the mayor's office, call your city council people, and let them know that this show's important to you. Because I think that we're valuable for a lot of information.
Anything local is important.
Yeah.
Remember, tomorrow, in addition to interviewing Jake Callahan, who's a local guy that just had a hand in winning the Indy 500,
the Indianapolis 500,
is going to be here.
Yes.
We are also going to do a Q&A on the questions that people have sent us in on Facebook and email and phone calls over the last week or so since we kind of started talking about this.
That's right. Deal. So we'll be filling people in on that. That will be Karina does have a meeting first half of the show. She's hoping to be here to do that the second half of the show. So we'll have a lot of information for you tomorrow. And again, an Indianapolis 500 winning pit crew member right here on the program tomorrow. He sees value in us, evidently.
Obviously, right.
So, but anyway, that's kind of the skinny of it, and appreciate you asking.
Yep.
So,
yep.
All right. Well, Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks to Mark Carmen and the gang at Carmen's Used Cars. Thanks also to the Holzaffel family at the filling station and Store Broadway and Penn and Wellston. And of course, our friends at Callahan Hardware. So
local, think local.
Think local. That's right. Father's Day, all of this.
Yep. Very,
very good stuff. Have a great day, and thank you so much for tuning in. And we'll be here tomorrow with a lot of great things as well. So we'll see you then. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye.